Early voting has begun. See how Travis County has already broken a voting record. COVID-19 continues to spread, and now flu season is upon us. We'll show you how to protect yourself. As UT's football team continues their season, new concerns about next week's game have arisen after more Baylor players tested positive for COVID-19. Reporting Texas TV starts now. Good evening and welcome to Reporting Texas TV. I'm Alyssa Crosby in Austin. Early voting started Tuesday in the November presidential election. In Texas, Governor Greg Abbott issued a proclamation in late September limiting counties to a single drop-off location for hand delivery mail-in ballots. Bismarck Andino tells us why some people aren't happy about it.
Roberto Manso drove almost 10 miles to the Travis County Tax Office on Airport Boulevard to drop off his mail-in ballot. He says eliminating the downtown locations will make it harder for some.
For the elderly, for the ones that don't have transportation, and much more importantly, the ones that have children at home.
The 4 drop-off locations were supposed to make it safer for early voters, according to the Texas Democratic chair. But he says with Abbott's new order, it could put some at risk to COVID-19.
His job is to protect the public, and he's refusing to do that for partisan reasons. And I mean, to me, that is almost an impeachable offense.
However, 2 courts have ruled that any additional changes in the wake of election day are inappropriate. According to the governor's office, it's all about the election's integrity. In a statement, Abbott said we must take extra care to strengthen ballot security protocols throughout the state. He goes on to say that it will help with transparency and stop attempts at illegal voting. According to the Travis County clerk, Abbott's move was abrupt and disruptive to the original plan.
I'm not sure that the governor's assumption about the fact that we're only entitled to 1 drop-off per county is legally correct.
Lawsuits were brought forward from both sides, and on Monday, a federal appeals court ruled that the state can block election officials from offering more than 1 box. Roberto hopes Abbott's decision doesn't discourage voters from using this option.
Either you expose yourselves to coronavirus like Trump did foolishly, or bring the ballot to this place.
Bismarck Andino, reporting Texas TV.
According to the Travis County clerk, the ballot boxes are guarded by security and constables, and they get unloaded frequently during the day. As of today, the clerk's office has received more than 23,000 ballots. Many changes have been put into place. Masks and social distancing are recommended. This is also the first year that Texas doesn't allow straight ticket voting. Even with these changes, the first day of early voting smashed records. In Travis County, nearly 36,000 people cast ballots on the first day, an increase of more than 2,000 from 4 years ago. This comes as Travis County reported a record 97% of eligible voters have registered. Early voting ends Friday, October 30th, before Election Day on November 3rd. Texas early voters have seen long lines to cast their ballot, some waiting for several hours. Wondering what else is on the ballot this November? Well, expect to vote on 2 independent transportation propositions in Austin. Proposition A proposes additional bus routes, transit tunnels, and 2 rail lines. The total cost is more than $7 billion and would raise taxes for the average homeowner by $340 per year. Proposition B would invest in new sidewalk projects, safe routes to schools, along with street and major capital improvements. The proposal would cost taxpayers an additional $65 per year on average. While many voters are heading to the polls, some are also going to get their flu shot. The UT University Health Services Department is hosting its annual flu shot clinic running through October 23rd. Stephanie Witt has the story.
Students and faculty are able to go to the Texas Union and get their flu shot. UT Health Services have set in place new guidelines for this year's flu shot campaign. Sherry Bell is a member of the UT Health Services Public Information Team and says this year's clinic will look different because of COVID-19.
We've had to honor and are honoring social distancing, mask wearing. Anyone entering the clinic has to show their Protect Texas Together, clear to come to campus paths, or we do some screening questions.
Governor Greg Abbott also released a public service announcement last month to encourage Texans to get the flu shot vaccine.
We all need to take extra care to stay healthy. That's why I urge every Texan to go get a flu shot.
To schedule an appointment, go to healthyhorns.utexas.edu. And upon checking in, make sure to bring your Clear to Come campus pass, your appointment QR code, and your UTID. Senior nursing major Sydney Spears tells us the importance of getting your flu shot vaccine.
It's important for the body because, like I said, there are new strands every year. And so when you're getting the flu shot, you're getting the antibodies or the predicted antibodies for the flu strains that year. So it's just going to give you more immunity to the flu if you do encounter it.
UT Health Services have already given more than 3,400 flu shot vaccines in the campaign so far. The clinic anticipates giving fewer shots than previous years because of less students in Austin and faculty working from home. Stephanie Witt, reporting Texas TV.
Insurance plans are accepted by UHS. Patients without insurance will receive a bill by mail. There's uncertainty ahead of next week's game after more Baylor football players tested positive for COVID-19. Baylor's athletic director said on October 12th that 32 football players and 14 football staff tested positive. However, UT's head coach said the game is still on.
We need to practice and we need to work. And, our plan, we're not even going to introduce Baylor until Friday. Our plan is to go out there, have very short practices because we need to heal up and our guys are tired.
Baylor has canceled 2 games, but it's unknown whether they'll meet the Longhorns on October 24th. Some students have expressed their concerns on social media about the threats football parties pose. According to UT's athletics director, no decision has been made on next week's game. A University of Texas staff member has died of COVID-19. The staff member worked at the university for a decade in the Utilities and Energy Management Department and is believed to have contracted COVID-19 off campus. This is the second COVID-related death of a university staff member. In July, a custodial member died due to COVID-19 complications. UT President Jay Hartzell says that this case is not linked to any community spread on campus. Most students and staff are staying home this semester because of COVID-19. Classes begin in August, but these new changes and stress has some struggling to adapt. UT Austin's normally bustling campus is much quieter. Because of COVID-19, more than 75% of classes are online. Aiden Stone is a junior. He lives in Austin, but hasn't been back to campus in months.
There are days where I wake up, like I can't see my friends, I can't interact with people. This is out of my hands, so I'm just going to do what I can when I can with what I can. Basically, that's life.
This lifestyle change has some concerns about students' mental health. Daisy Guzman is a former UT lecturer and a tutor for the athletics department and works with students to help manage their schedules.
At this point, we're working through it together. And if burnout happens, burnout this semester will be severe.
UT's Counseling and Mental Health Center is completely virtual this semester. Still, they hope students will utilize their telehealth services.
We just want to make sure that students who need connected to mental health resources are aware that we're available for them. We're offering groups and workshops that are specific to coping with COVID-19 and to coping with the ongoing stress of living through a pandemic.
Despite having asthma and ongoing mental health struggles, Stone remains hopeful.
It's not constructive for me to sit around being gloomy about stuff and instead just kind of do what I can in my day-to-day life and hope things get better.
Students can schedule a telehealth appointment with CMHC by visiting cmhc.utexas.edu. 5 robberies were reported last week in West Campus, including a home invasion. APD reported 4 robberies connected to the same suspects last Monday and Tuesday. There was a 5th robbery last Thursday morning with different suspect descriptions. 3 of the victims were UT students. APD says the suspects appear to be targeting women walking alone at night. Governor Abbott has directed the Texas Department of Public Safety to increase patrols in West Campus. Thanks for watching. Don't forget you can check out reportingtexas.com for the latest news from Austin and around the state. I'm Alyssa Crosby. Have a great night.